Welcome to the City of Hamilton Central Composting Facility, or CCF for short. The facility opened in 2006 and produces Ontario's highest grade compost. Within 1 year, the facility receives and processes over 60,000 tons of green bin materials. Food scraps, soiled paper, and other organics are collected from your green bin weekly, loaded onto a truck, and brought to the composting facility to be processed. Next, trucks enter the site and are weighed in on the scale. The scale ensures we track exactly how much organic materials are entering the facility. Once the trucks are finished being weighed, they make their way to the tipping floor. The tipping floor is the active part of the facility where trucks dump out all green bin materials that have been collected. Approximately 40 trucks visit the facility every day. Once the materials are on the tipping floor, a large bucket loader scoops up all of the organic waste and transfers it into the shredder. The shredder can be compared to a giant blender. It uses large blades to chop up the organic waste into smaller pieces and mixes everything together. From the shredder, the materials are moved onto a conveyor belt. The conveyor belt transfers the materials from the shredder to the Phase 1 tunnel, but first passes under a large magnet, used to pull out any metal that could have gotten in there by accident. The tunnel is filled from the top using a gantry crane and a filling cassette. The crane moves the cassette to one of the 10 designated Phase 1 tunnels. The cassette moves in and out from side to side to evenly distribute the organic material onto the tunnel floor. The organic matter is kept inside the Phase 1 tunnel for 10 to 14 days. The floor of the tunnel is aerated, meaning there are tiny holes in the floor that blows air into the tunnel. There is also a sprinkler system that adds water and moisture to help nourish the microorganisms that are breaking down the organic materials. Everything is controlled by a SCADA system. It helps measure the temperature, leachate collection, moisture, and how much air there is inside the tunnel. By controlling the environment, we can track the efficiency of the organic matter breaking down into compost. The SCADA system also controls all the air that comes in and out of the building. We put all of the air in the facility through equipment like an air scrubber and then a biological filter made up of a bunch of wood media. Only treated air is released through the exhaust stack and into the environment to maximize odor control. Negative air pressure is maintained inside the process building. This way, all of the smelly air stays inside the facility unless passing through the odor system. The materials stay within this tunnel for 7 to 10 days. Organic matter is brought to the screening plant. It leaves the tunnel using the back door to ensure there is no contamination with new green bin materials that is brought into the facility. Our highly efficient screening plant is where the materials go next. It is used to extract any plastics, stones, and larger pieces of organic material that hasn't broken down, called overs. Overs are separated from the rest of the materials and put aside to be mixed in with the new green bin items that are entering the facility to go through the process again. While the plastics and other contaminants get taken out and sent for final disposal, the screened material is then loaded onto a special conveyor belt that starts out flat and then curls into a tube to carry the compost outside, from this building to the one next door, where it falls out into piles. These piles are left to sit and are cured for 21 days to allow the compost to mature and be tested before leaving the building. Scientists make sure everything is good to go when we load our finished compost onto trucks. Our compost is distributed throughout farms across Ontario.